We've had a few NFL sets come out. I've been buying some draft picks chronicles. You've seen the Bowman U. There's some more. And so I've also been tracking rookie cards, single rookie cards. For me, I'm doing mostly low value, like below 20 bucks. And I've noticed kind of a few interesting things that I think players that are being slept on because they're not getting a lot of coverage in the media for various reasons. There's like two or three. In terms of what I think is going to be valuable, either because there aren't a lot of cards there or just because, like I said earlier, like one of the guys I'm going to talk about is Jameson Williams. He's hurt. I think I'm buying his cards, like higher end, like Chronicles Donruss Optic, which is not like a high end card, but a card that if he's going to be a player who plays between Justin Jefferson and DJ Moore, is going to be probably like a $15 card over the next year or two. I'm buying those cards for $2 or $3 on auction, plus $1 shipping. Desmond Ritter, I think it's Ritter. It's not Ryder, right? It's Ritter. Marcus Mariota is the starting quarterback for the Falcons. Is he going to be the starting quarterback next year for the Falcons? I would be very, very surprised. Kenny Pickett, I think that's not so much of a value play because I think people know he's going to be good. But George Pickens, their second round wide receiver they got, I'm buying his card. He's a big guy. If you look over the bigger body receivers the Steelers have drafted over the past like 20 years almost, the only guys who were busts, like my biggest fear is that if you guys remember who Limas Swede, I think Limas Sweeney was his name. He was a similarly sized receiver the Steelers got who was a bust because he got hurt, but everyone else who's a bigger body wide receiver with the Steelers ends up doing really good. I mean, you can go through the years from like Hines Ward to like Juju, just big guys, and Pickens is a pretty big guy. I think that those are two guys who are undervalued right now, who are going to potentially be worth. And I'm not saying like, oh, they're going to be all-stars worth $1 million bajillion dollars. And it's like, buy this, like Mahomes' first year, you could get his cards for dirt cheap. And now a Mahomes rookie is pretty expensive. I'm not making any crazy, sensationalized predictions here. But I think definitely the guys that I'm looking after, just to name a few besides Jameson on the Lions, Kenny Pickett, Desmond. I am not too high on Matt Corral. Is that how you say his last name? I know that's like an idiot. I don't watch college football. I watch the draft. I read all the stats. I look at all the depth charts. But I don't really read or listen to a lot of other people's opinions on this. So if I'm saying names wrong, obviously they're not names that are easy to pronounce. With Baker going down there, that screws everything up. It's going to delay his progression as the starter if he's going to be the starter. Baker is not like... If I was drafting a rookie quarterback to mentor under someone older, I would not pick Baker to be the mentor just because that's not who he is. It's his team. He's not, I mean, from what I see in interviews and, from knowing his personality. I like Kenneth Walker on the Seahawks. I think that all of their running backs always get hurt. Drew Lock is not a very good quarterback. I mean, no offense, Drew. I think that he's going to get a lot of yards, and I think that I wouldn't want to have his card for more than 2 or 3 years, but I'm buying his card to I hopefully sell over the next, 8 weeks, the first 8 weeks of the season. And that's really it. Those are all the names that I think are, underrated guys who I'm buying for under $5 on auction, higher-end, base cards, lower-end autographs. You're getting those for the autographs for not that cheap, but you're getting those guys for cheap. I think they're going to be great value plays. Probably not the end of the season for the Seahawks or the Falcons or the Panthers, but potentially Kenny Pickett could be a really good long-term investment, and George Pickens too. George Pickens is probably the biggest sleeper. I know he's a second-round pick. Calling him that's kind of crazy. But from a sports card perspective, I'd say so. Would love to hear your input, what you think. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? I don't know. You tell me. See you guys later.